Pull up a chair.
So it's definitely been a wild year for the world of content creation. All year long, there's been something going on within the community, and this all started back in January of 2025 when Drake put out a lawsuit.
Hey, who is that? Oh, that's Jason the Wing. Look at the instigating he's doing.
This all started back in January.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Oh, is that what bro saying? I reacted to this. Y'all just never seen it. Man, I reacted to this for a full 45 minutes. It was like a 20-minute video. I was sitting there. I was giving examples. I felt like I was giving the honest truth, a good take. And y'all never seen the light of day. I got like 20 to 30 videos that just never got posted. That's one of them.
When Drake put out a lawsuit against a lot of streamers who reacted to the Kendrick Lamar diss track in a positive light.
This Drake done snitched on the reaction community. It's no way. It's no way you got us in this case, dog. Oh, this gotta be the softest nigga ever, dog. Man, hey, Drake, you ain't hip hop, bro. It's no way. You a great artist. I give you that all day long. I promise you. Can't take that from you. But bro, you gotta be the softest in the history of Earth.
And then after that, January remained full of surprises as Fousey kicked off his.
Hey, we be quick to try to kick somebody out of something we don't own, right? When we feel like we done got done dirty. But when he said on Earth, I thought of Cat Williams when he's like, in the history of Igadum. Chat, I can't tell you how in Pimp Chronicles that was one of the funniest moments that we had ever laid our eyes on. You know, you gotta hit him with that Cat Williams tone. One of the funniest moments that we had ever laid up. Like, bro, when that man said, "Is that plum? Is that pink with plum?" No man in the history of Igadum has ever said, "I ain't hitting." That was legendary.
Career, dropping some of the worst music of all time and even dissing the entire community.
They don't like the truth because I be stating facts. They say it's killer, we killed it. I'm okay with it.
Wait, is that an edit in or is he reacting? Oh, he's reacting.
Somewhere overseas making content.
Wait, why he said content like that? You feel me? But I said content. I feel it though, like I feel the vision though, like.
But even though all of that was
going
on,
you see the vision?
That saw a lot of success in the month of January was no other than Plaque-Boy Max.
Hold up,
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
He was going crazy within the music industry.
Chat, but knock it off though, cause y'all play too much.
Shit like that. You feel me?
Right here.
I've been somewhere overseas making content.
No, that was
facts. They say it's killer, we killed it. I'm okay with that.
Chat, if your favorite trap rapper said it's ill or be ill, then I'm okay with that. A lot of y'all would have thought that bar was hard. A lot of y'all would have IG captioned it real quick. Dress it up and put it on your caption real quick. So I mean, it's funny, I guess. If it's funny, it's funny. But knock it off. Y'all just looking for a reason to knock it.
But even though all of that was going on, a person that saw a lot of success in the month of January was no other than Plaque-Boy Max. He was going crazy within the music industry, and we all know once you start getting popular, that comes with a little bit of drama as well. And that's how Max kind of found himself within like a forced beef with Little TJ and Fabio Foreign after telling them that they couldn't smoke within his Airbnb. Also,
that was one of my first videos.
Plaque-Boy Max, he also started doing some collabs with Julian Newman. He was playing basketball on a lot of Max's streams throughout the month, and Julian will also find himself in some beef with a rapper after trying to fight him during a basketball game that was taking place live on stream. Now on to February. February was kind of a dry month for the streaming community. There wasn't a lot going on other than Deshae getting canceled on Twitter and being banned on stream for literally just being too freaky. Other than that, nothing much happened. It was a very interesting month.
Wait, what's going on?
Because I dropped a video
what's going on in that room?
Making his content and ruining his entire career. And then like a day later, I think it was Valentine's Day, I got DMs for that creator threatening to sue me. So it was definitely an interesting month, but things really started to pick up a bit in March when DDG really started taking his streaming career seriously.
Yeah.
Once he really locked in, he did start seeing a lot of growth, but he did get a lot of hate on social media at the time because he was always around the most popular creators there were. There was a bunch of Solominati clips starting to resurface online of him calling DDG like an opportunist, saying that he just spawns around the most lit person.
DDG, you can't create content alone. So you gotta ask yourself, how do he create content? He leech off people that's popping.
Now, April is where 2025 really began to get lit for the world of streaming because this is the month where Kai bought a house for all of his friends, which later became known as the Clover House. And after getting this house, they started off with a bang on Twitch. All of the members were going crazy. In fact, they were doing so well that creators like XQC thought they were view botting. Also around this time,
See, I appreciate how KC and TY taking prayer serious. Even Raekwon taking prayer serious, but Rakai got to start playing. I don't know what he said, but it's something that made TY look up and say, yo, bro, we're praying. Remember when KH didn't take prayer serious? Took it as a joke while we were trying to have... See, I seen someone make a video about that, and I'm not reacting to that because I feel like, chat, that's so unfair. Like, bro, Kevin Hart is a comedian. That doesn't mean because he thought it was time to joke during prayer to God that he doesn't fear God, love God, believe in God. You know how many times I thought it was the right time to joke and it was absolutely the wrong time to joke? Oh, you shouldn't be here, bro. You don't, like, what? Like, oh, you must not love your folk or God because you're joking right now. Are you kidding me? And on top of that, it was a stream, chat. It was a stream. I've joked without anyone seeing, and it was inappropriate jokes at that. And we're praying, or someone's praying, or we're in church. Kevin Hart was joking, chat, during a stream. Just trying to be the person he's there to be, a funny guy. And a few people made videos about it.
In fact, they were doing so well that creators like XQC thought they were view botting. Also around this time, we had Marlon starting to blow up on Twitch as well. He started his career a few months earlier, but he really started seeing real success around the month of April. He almost started seeing the success overnight. I remember I even dropped a video about him calling him like an industry plate because he literally came out of nowhere. And now 8 months later, he's still doing great. So shout out to Marlon. And I would say the funniest part of the whole month was the Ashton Hall workout routine starting to blow up. He was going viral all over social media for people literally clowning his morning routine.
Why?
Now, on to May. May may have just been the craziest month of the year, probably outside of December, which we'll get to a bit.
Chat, I don't think they were clowning his routine. I think they were clowning the fact he did all that and then lost the speed, which, by the way, L is a L. It is what it is.
Later, but there was really a lot going on throughout the entire month of May. To start, one of my goats of the community by the name of Solominati finally returned to Twitch after years of not streaming, which was great for the community because he instantly started going crazy. Not to mention, this was also the month that Kai launched Streamers University, which he initially got a lot of backlash on social media for, but it ended up being one of the biggest events that streaming has ever seen, and it definitely helped a lot of people out the way that he thought it would. And speaking of Streamers University, it's almost like we can't mention Streamers University without mentioning one creator by the name of Zoe Spencer, who received hate all over the internet all throughout the month of May, and really all of this hate stemmed from her simply not getting an invite to Streamers University, which led to her crying and throwing people under the bus on her own live stream.
It feels so like it's when it feels personal, you know, like it's when you want to hurt somebody or you just try. Like it's different when it's like, you know, it's like handpicked and it's just so spiteful. That's how I feel. When I saw Zeddy up there, and Zeddy's not a streamer, Zeddy streams with me, and then he just, you know, he streams with people when they call him. That's when I knew, like, damn, I don't know what I did, y'all.
And all of this even led to her getting into a beef with Solominati, who returned a little earlier in the month.
How long does THC stay in your system? When you can
18 days.
Every male she streamed with, she has to make him feel uncomfortable. Bro, can you do content without humiliating us? Seriously, can you?
Now in June, things did start to calm down just a bit within the community, but you guys know there's always going to be a little bit of drama going on. I don't know if you guys really remember or not, it seems like everyone forgot, but like back around this time, there were some weird vibes going on with Phantom and the rest of AMP. He kept posting a bunch of cryptic messages all over his social media accounts. He wasn't really around the other members of AMP much, but as time went on, I guess they figured it all out internally and everyone kind of forgot about it. So that led to that whole situation just eventually dying out. But the drama didn't end there at all, especially for DDG, as he ended up in a bit more serious drama. In fact, it was legal drama with the mother of his child. And as a result of that, only more drama.
Hey, did y'all know Kendall? Yeah, the beautiful Kendall Jenner is dating Bad Bunny. There's like two people that you would think somehow, some way that would come across your timeline, even if you ain't looking for it. I just found that out today. I was watching a video of Kylie and, you know, her history. It was showing, and then it was showing her looking happy with Timothy. And then I shouldn't have did it, but I clicked the comment section. Everybody was talking about how they think it's fake or PR. I didn't even think people still thought that people did that. Like, you know how celebs, you know, teams will come together. Like, hey, this person's at a nice hiatus in their career. And with where you're at, in the height of your career, the attention we could draw both fan bases together, be a couple. I didn't think that was a thing anymore. It's not needed.
Ended up coming DDG's way as he ended up in a serious beef with Reggie to start July. So when July kicked off, it was just a lot of drama going on with the DDG and Reggie beef. And eventually as it went on, it started getting pretty serious pretty quickly.
Yeah.
As Reggie kept mentioning the legal situation that was going on between DDG and the mother of his child. And that's something that DDG took very seriously. And as a result of that, he went on to diss Reggie's deceased father.
You worried about me, gang? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You gotta live with this shit for the rest of your life. Like, you gotta live with this for the rest of your life, my nigga. The Shade Room posted this. You try to get on stream and act like you ain't see that shit. That's why I'm scared to have a baby. Your baby mom is with you for life. Like, that's your family. You can say whatever you want about me, gang. You gotta live with this for the rest of your life. These are decisions that you made, bro, that you gotta live with for the rest of your life, gang. Like, you always gotta wake up and think, like, damn, my baby mom really with another.
Said something, he was like, where your such and such is at? And I'm like, damn, that's a good ass question. I wish I could ask your daddy the same. What time is it? I gotta see the reservation. Is it, you know what time the reservation is?
I think like 11.
What time is it?
10:20.
Oh, 10:20. Yeah, all right, bet, cool.
Now, I didn't think that beef was ever going to like come to an end, but it did eventually die down. They ended up making up like a month later.
I usually eat late too, like 11 o'clock.
Kai finally went live.
I mean, I'm working at 11, but I eat like
Aiden Ross as much as he used
12
to.
o'clock
Ty
at
was
night.
a white man, by the way. He proceeds to say, from Nike to McDonald's, but bro, keep it real, bro. A chicken Big Mac, a chicken Big Mac. He on my phone, calling me the N-word at 4 a.m. in the morning. You're supposed to be a manager, and you, what's up with you? I'm not in the mental state to be in front of your. As soon as a of color hop onto the stream, it's straight watermelon and gorillas. I watch Aiden streams a lot. Aiden.
Now, speaking of Aiden, he has some more drama going on with other people outside of Kai Cenat, such as FaZe Banks, and their whole beef started after some DMs have gotten leaked of Banks basically blaming Aiden for a pump and dump crypto scheme, and as a result of that, Banks started getting all types of backlash on social media. He started getting a bunch of hate, and that ultimately led to him stepping down as the CEO of FaZe Clan. And heading into August, unfortunately, things didn't get better for FaZe at all, as Blackboy Max randomly announced his departure from the clan via social media. And this was a very random thing. No one really expected it at the time. No one knew the reason why at the time, but he originally stated it was because he just wanted to focus on himself and build his own personal brand.
I don't own FaZe. I don't own FaZe, gang. No ownership.
Right.
I want to build something. If you're pussy hurt because you're mad that I want to build something for myself, sorry, I don't know what to tell you, because I'm still gonna do it. And I'm gonna make this 5-star shit the biggest shit ever. And me, the biggest shit ever. That don't mean I don't f with these. Don't mean I won't with these. That don't mean I won't do shit with these. I love them. They're my boys. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm gonna do what I feel is right for me.
Right.
And then when you see this shit work out down the line, you'll see what I mean. That's all I'm gonna say.
As the month continued, Brawadas also ruined
That's
his
good.
whole
I would
streaming
tell bro.
career.
I
don't
would tell
even know
my
how
bro.
he's doing
Yeah,
on
be
YouTube
selfish
now.
for
I would assume
yourself.
He's still doing
Do
fine.
what you
But he
feel
was
is the
receiving a
best
lot of
move.
hate in August
Nothing wrong
because
with
he had
that.
recorded himself getting into a heated back and forth argument with a Starbucks employee after the employee simply asked him to just not film in the store as it was against policy, and for whatever reason, he didn't want to turn off his cameras. But literally just 2 weeks later, he would end up getting into a more serious altercation with a Starbucks employee after refusing to obey the store policy and not film in the store.
I honestly think you just wasted like 10 minutes of both of our time. I'm sure you don't care because you're getting paid regardless, but I don't. So I would appreciate it if I could just place an order.
Yeah.
Chat, and this was a real mature cashier, because I would have just simply said, "Are you streaming?" "Yeah, I am." "Well, you're getting paid to stand around." We're both getting paid to stand around. I'm not being disrespectful, I'm just being honest. We're both getting paid to stand around. Chat, this is one of those moments where he should have just, he got money. He's doing well in life, and so is his broski. He could have just walked out, and he admitted this, by the way, and I don't know if he's going to cover that, so I will. He already apologized. He realized, hey, yo, well, what's up with me? I was overreacting. It's not that deep. Someone tells you can't stream in here, get out. That's it. But him, you know, if I'm in his position, I'm walking right across the street. I'm streaming there for 10 minutes, and I'm ordering DoorDash at that Starbucks so for them to pick it up and come bring it to me. Like he got too much of a bag to be, you know, in a back and forth about nothing. And to the man's credit, it is a rule, and a rule is a rule. That man's just doing his job. Other people don't take it as serious, but if someone does, it is what it is. It is what it is.
You know, again, like I said, initially I would have been willing to do that if you had stopped recording, but...
I know, but my job, just like your job, is just, you know, whatever your job is, my job is to be recorded. Like I record my life. That's my job, it's my career, it's what I get paid for. So I'm just trying to do my job just like you are.
Yeah.
And if you had given me a reason for why the policy is enforced, I would have put the camera down. But you just said, oh, I don't know, it's just a policy.
Even though there was a lot going on,
probably
in August,
doesn't
it was
know,
kind of
bro.
weird because two of the biggest streamers in the world, in Casanat and Astro Speed, didn't really go live much at all during August. The both of them were on some type of streaming hiatus, but they did return towards the end of the month with very big announcements, such as the Mafiathon 3 and the Speed Does America tour. So now we're in September, and of course, September was a great month for both Casanat and Astro Speed, as Kai hit over 1 million subs on Twitch with the Mafiathon, and even got his hair cut by LeBron James. Speaking of LeBron, on the damn recording, this is LeBron's birthday, so I just want to say happy birthday to the GOAT. But anyways, Speed also had a great month with his tour. He got to happily tour the entire country. He went to most of the major cities and just had a good time with everyone the same way that he always does everywhere that he goes. But outside of the two GOATs just being the GOATs, of course we couldn't get through a single month without some type of drama within the community. And this time it was kind of a more random beef because it was between Ronnie 2K and Flight React. This came shortly after 2K26 had released, and I guess Ronnie was feeling a little bit big-headed because people enjoyed the game for the first 3 days. By the way, it's pretty terrible now because they don't ban cheaters, but anyways, Ronnie was feeling kind of big-headed, and while doing the stream with Aiden Ross, Ronnie would take it upon himself to say without him, Flight Reacts would be nothing.
Bro, Ronnie, I want to get you on Flight together, bro. That's gotta happen, bro, one day.
I'm happy to do it.
I know.
But it's sort of his entire existence, though, right?
What do you mean?
Isn't his entire, like, identity to hate me? So, like, if he doesn't hate me, then what is he?
Flight, nah. I feel like it's,
I'm happy to.
I don't feel like his whole thing
like
is just hating, bashing, you know, 2K.
What I'm saying is, if he didn't bash 2K or me or Mike or whoever, what would his social identity be?
I mean, FTC,
You know?
Flight, you know, he's just the solid, you know, Flight's, in my opinion, Flight my top 3.
I would say it's like having another producer in the room that knows exactly what your song needs. This is co-producer. The fastest way to find...
Bro, you know when he's saying shit and they trying so hard to like be like these, like to get the nigga that they talking to agree, like, hey, don't you agree with me? Ain't I cooking right now? Bro, Aiden is not agreeing with you, bro.
Right.
Nobody's agreeing with you, Ronald. Ronald, without 2K, Flight will still be Flight. Without 2K, what's Ronnie gonna do? Watch your motherfucking mouth. You literally just disrespected my 14, 15 years of existence on this YouTube and streaming shit. Watch your motherfucking mouth, Ronald. You add a few new features in 2K that should have been in the motherfucking game for the last 5 years that the community been complaining about. And you're talking different. Humble yourself, nigga.
Other than that, we also had a little more drama between two OG FaZe members, and this drama was a little bit more serious. There were some serious accusations being tossed. This came after FaZe Rain revealed on social media that he ultimately left FaZe Clan because of a lot of weird stuff going back in the day, and one of the people he had mentioned as a cause of him leaving was FaZe Temper, because according to FaZe Rain, Temper was allegedly bragging about having relations with 17-year-old girls.
This dude looks me in my eyes and says, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I had two 16-year-olds. I'm like, bro, what? Like, how could you tell me that on my mother's heartbeat? That's what he said. He looked me in the eyes and he said that. Okay, again, brother, he told me 2 16-year-olds, 3. Then on the call, he said, if I said it to sound cool. Okay. So then he goes in the call that we had after with me, you, Apex, Tommy, and he said it was 17-year-old. He admitted it, bro.
Now, I know that's crazy, but heading into October, FaZe Clan finally started to turn everything around after having a rough couple of months, because on the first day of October, they launched their second annual FaZe Subathon, which once again did great as many of the members hit goals that they never even thought were possible. The highlight of the entire Subathon was each member hitting 100,000 subscribers and being ranked 1 through 7 in the leaderboards for active subscribers on Twitch. Now, outside of FaZe, October was just another month that had a lot going on for the world of streaming. Another group thing that happened was the launch of DDG and His Friends official content group known as the Capaholics, and even they ended up having some internal problems during the first day of their streams together, and that came after DDG and J5 had some ongoing animosity after the announcement of the group.
So I said, nigga, I made you, nigga. Yeah, I said it. This is not my homie. You calling some niggas to come fight for you?
I'm just speaking as a group. That's not a real friend group, bro. That's not a real friend group. Like, our friend group was always based off of the ranks of popularity, like, and it's various, and I have various signs. I don't let shit slide so many times, gang, like, so many times, because I want to be accepted by a group of niggas I thought was cool.
Now, as the month continued, they started to get more and more weird.
The thing about that situation, it was as unfortunate as seeing DDG and Reggie go back and forth. They went back and forth, and they both went too far. Well, DDG definitely went too far. But Reggie would get older one day, and, you know, they both apologize. It's done. And he'll understand one day that, yeah, you're right. It does suck when it comes to having a child with the wrong lady, with the wrong woman. But it does happen, and it is what it is. And, you know, just like having a sister. Your sister will one day choose to be a woman who goes and finds a man, settles down, gets married. Or you have sisters who decide to be with one guy and then another guy. It sucks, but it is part of life. And that being said, you just don't speak on things like that. Like, you leave that alone. But I understand. They had a back and forth. And when you're going back and forth, you say wild things. Anyways, that's done. And as far as the DDG and Cinco, that's another one that's unfortunate. Because Cinco comes across, from what we see, like real thorough. But we know DDG's thorough. I watched enough of him to know, to at least have my own opinion of him. As a man, he seems thorough. And Cinco seems thorough too. So that back and forth was just unfortunate too. Because it was over nothing. But because I'm a man, I can understand both sides. One of them, you gotta realize, feels like the last thing on earth you should ever do is put me in a position, if you're my friend, put me in a position where there can be harm done to me. Now maybe Cinco looked at it like, well, if I'm a throw hands with one of y'all, and y'all are a camp, and I've been excluded out the camp, even though I get along with y'all, I might at least have some of my kin, just in case it doesn't go left. But at the same time, Cinco was dead wrong in that area. Because if you supposedly bros with people, and you look at these guys and, you know, you feel like you got love for them, that should never happen. Your phone should never get the dialing. Your mouth should never get the saying, I'll get such and such here, and we'll make this real quick. None of that should ever come out. The only thing you should ever want for those folks, if it's family, is nothing but the best success, more life to you, more success, more money, more like, bro, the last thing I'm going to do is put you in a position where we take life. That's the last thing we're going to do. Or anyone could have a life taken over nothing. Not with someone I said as a friend. Ain't no way. So that situation was just unfortunate. It was two men who happened to be in a position where it was a month of petty beefs, back and forth. I mean, you see it, 2025. Petty little back and forths. And it just happened to be, you know, maybe I said something that I probably shouldn't have, but now I'm waist deep in it, and the world heard it, and it's getting clipped. And now this person says something that maybe they shouldn't have. And before we had a chance to backpedal, decisions were made, like, oh, you know, never mind the house. And then it's like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? So good thing they were both men about it. That's put to the past. I don't think we'll see them streaming together anytime soon, which is crazy to me too. Because, like, they get along too well to not just be like, hey, yo. Once we're at the point where no one got touched, no one did anything, threats were made, we both made bad decisions, there is no reason why we can't sit down and break bread. And they both have friends in a friend group. Like, bro, you were... And the point of Cinco saying that those are not real friends to each other, I get, again, you got to understand, when someone is speaking from a place of anger, they're going to justify what they're saying. To him, that was fair. And I'm just stating this about that. That's not fair. Because even if they're not all friends, even if they weren't related in family, that's what a content house is. You get a group of guys that you feel are solid, hungry, and motivated, and iron sharpens iron. You see one of your guys working out every day. Maybe you start working out with him. Big bro's upstairs. He's working. After you're done working out, you can't sit around hanging out, sitting drinks, playing 2K. You see bros upstairs streaming. You hit the stream. You go take a shower and get ready. Like, iron sharpens iron. So yeah, how close people are is irrelevant. It's a house. It's a content house. And it'd have been nice to see him, but that man, congratulations, he's doing his thing and everybody's winning. So,
popular stories throughout the entire month of October was the story about the popular shoe store Cool Kicks getting raided and the CEO of that store getting arrested on some pretty hefty charges. And that all stemmed from Cool Kicks allegedly buying a shipment of stolen, unreleased Nike products.
Raided a popular sneaker shop, Cool Kicks, LA, this week in Santa Monica, leading to the felony arrest of owner Adil Shams. Partially captured via live stream, the raid shocked the sneaker community and sparked questions about allegedly stolen merchandise.
The Cool Kicks LA team is speaking out tonight after the owner of the popular sneaker store was arrested.
My boy is good. Cool Kicks is good.
Oh, and they're open.
Is good.
They're
all
open.
the shit that you guys are spreading, all these narratives that you guys have in your head, all these thoughts, ideas, whatever. I promise y'all, I'm telling y'all, you will see that all of that shit is not what you think it is, bro. Trust me.
But if you think that's bad, I promise you the month ended a whole lot worse for Emeru, who literally got assaulted.
We haven't got an update on that, chat, but that's one of those things that I already assumed. I don't know, but I assumed. Ain't no way that that's 100% true. Maybe something happened. Maybe he had a nice little plug where he was getting like boxes. Like, you know, someone that worked at Foot Locker was probably like, Foot Action was probably stealing all these shoes and, you know, taking them out the back of his department and selling whole lots, like 20 ups, 20 J's, 5 pairs of, you know what I mean, special editions. And he was buying them in lump sum so he can make some good money. Maybe it's a case of that. And because of that, it seemed like he's in on it. Which, by the way, he ain't no fool. I don't care who you are. If you own a store, he's not doing something that dumb purposely to risk it. There's too much money to be made to be playing them type of games. And it's too easy to have a out. Just don't get no blood on your hands. You could easily send, you know, a cousin, this, that, explain to them the situation, the risk, and how much they can get paid. So there's no way. It just didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense. I'm not encouraging it. It didn't make sense. So he probably got wrapped in it just by guilty by association. So he'll be good. I mean, he got lawyer money, evidently. The man owns a store, has content he creates. He'll be good.
At TwitchCon. And to make matters even worse, obviously this was a very serious situation that happened not only live on Twitch, but at a Twitch event. And even with that, the Twitch staff didn't really do anything about this situation at all.
And I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
So, according to the University of Delaware,
Excuse
people
me?
with an IQ of 115 and above can...
They didn't ban that man for a year or something? Or for life? Really?
What?
He tried to
you're
grab
probably wondering
Groper.
how much worse could October possibly have been? Well, if your name is Miskiff, the answer is a whole lot worse. You see, about a week after that whole situation with Emeru happened at TwitchCon, she started speaking out more and more about situations she's been through in her life, and that led to her going live and accusing Miskiff of doing terrible things to her while they were in a secret relationship.
I heard
and
about
those
this.
accusations included very serious things like
He denied
assault,
it.
abuse, and harassment, even stalking. I mean, there was just a whole bunch of crazy things that she was accusing him of, which made him look insane. Like, apparently things even got so bad between those two that Emeru even had to get a restraining order against him.
For a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused. At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. He tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants, and I screamed. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour, and like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die. Like threatening to kill both of us.
Now in November, things didn't really get much better because this is...
Those are my worst kind. Those are the worst kind of people to be around. People who are so emotionally, I don't know, removed, so immature that they take their emotions and they allow them to dictate reality, and they do things like that, driving like that. Well, that young lady that because of her boyfriend passed away when she crashed that vehicle. She ended up serving. She got in trouble for it, and what happened that day we'll never know. And was she on a couple shots? Maybe some substances were involved. I get that. I get being young, and more importantly, I definitely get being dumb. Because I understand being around idiots and people who don't think for anyone outside of themselves. Selfishly dumb. But at the same time, chat, people like that, you need to remove yourself from. Like, bro, we are not out here dealing with life, waking up to fight another day, conquering demons, trying to build relationships, love the people that love us, love people and work on, men relationships that have been broken from loved ones or friends. All for that, all that work we put in life when life be lifing, just to be around people like that. Those are the most toxic, unhealthy people to be around. Like, oh, I'll crash the vehicle right now, or I'm going to speed 100 miles per hour because I'm angry at you. And if something happens, it happens. Get away from people like that. Because it's just a sign of immaturity. They're not crazy. You're not crazy, bro. They're not crazy. They're not bold. They're not braver than you. They're just dumb. Like, bro, if what you are saying would happen, you would, live to see the next day, you would 1,000% regret this. And you would grow up real quick. You'd grow up real quick because reality would cash those checks.
The whole
Reality
Nina
check,
Lynch situation started going viral. Despite the actual situation taking place a little earlier in the year, it didn't really resurface and start going viral until Nina found herself in some drama with another streamer, and that led to the resurfacing of the clip of her and another girl named Zoe Spencer, who we mentioned earlier in the video, assaulted Silky's assistant Saeed live on stream. So of course, with this happening live on the Twitch platform, everyone was calling for her to be permanently banned or banned for a few months at the least, but instead she got a slap on the wrist and she got banned for like a few days, and then she returned to Twitch, and yet again another clip of her assaulting someone else went viral, and then she got banned again, this time for only 1 week. So now it's just been a big question of how does she keep doing these very terrible things live on stream and not getting some type of lengthy ban. But outside of her, there was actually some bright spots in November, such as Rakai, who was basically going viral every single day on the internet for various reasons, especially while he was doing his little back and forth series with Duke Dennis.
And the night before you took him, I told Talil this, I'm like, it's over with, right? I'm like, it's over.
Excuse me.
They said, yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't tell security not.
Bro, I'm putting the bag right now, bro. Right here. Please, right here, bro. Right here, man.
My only thing is, I don't know if Rakai was smart enough or his chat was smart enough to say, yo, pay attention to Duke's stream. So I don't know if he already knew all these men were here. But if he didn't, and only he knows the truth, only he knows, yeah, I checked the stream on my phone, I seen they were driving up here, you know, I seen a bunch of skis in a big army truck, Phantom was driving, W Phantom, Willman. You gotta play Willman sometimes. It's a game chat. But if he didn't know all those men were down there, or all those people, I don't know if there's a girl or two, if he didn't know all those people were down there, this stream, this moment, I would have reacted to it, but I wanted to see it so bad. I watched it live. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see the war, if there was going to be a world war, you know, a new war. But and I'm not going to react to it and act like, you know, I ain't see it. This got to be on the streamer Hall of Fame for cinematic moments. Rakai thinking he was ducking off from Duke and Davo just to go downstairs and meet an army encamped around of soldiers. I mean, it was just, you can't write this. You couldn't write it better. He was cooked.
Now, on to December, which was the absolute wildest month of content creation I think the world has ever seen, because there was so much going on throughout the entire month, starting with Rakai getting banned on Twitch for stealing in Walmart and also of scamming clicks for a Fortnite wager. And then after that happened, about a week or so later, the drama-filled Streamer Awards took place, which I believe is the reason for anything negative happening throughout the entire month. I mean, the event itself was literally filled with drama. You had people trying to get a Kanye moment. You had terrible jokes being made by the host, and then people calling the host out for making terrible jokes.
So congratulations to you. Oh, and also, congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
This is probably the coolest thing I've seen for American gun owners. If you own a gun,
if you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this mic, now turn it on, turn this shit on. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
And then even after all of that, you still have to deal with the entire
chat. I never even noticed T.Y. was so turned up. He was hot that he thought the mic was off. I didn't even notice. I watched that clip too many times because y'all always putting it in the mix. Top 10 moments, weird streamer or streaming award moments. I never noticed he said, no, turn the mic on. He thought it was off.
Aftermath of the awards as well. For example, I'm sure we all remember the stock guy and how he came out with rumors that he heard Dez saying some crazy things in the bathroom about Fan, who was the host that made the jokes.
Yeah, we're skipping it. I mean, too much of that was alleged.
Streamer Award. Jordan, Pauline, and Ty Lil's situation. And if that's still not enough, as the month continued, you had Castanet getting hated on by the entire internet for literally no reason. All he did was open up about some of his mental health issues he's been going through and how he's using anime to help him through his situation.
I hope a lot of creators in here and everybody at home and the viewers and the streamers really take care of your mental health. I just noticed that recently I just been going through things in my head, and I was able to, you know, turn to like anime, Death Note, Naruto, recently since I've been gone, and I just been able to, you know, find happiness within that.
But to make matters even worse, after Kai announced his whole mental health thing throughout the entire month, on Christmas Day, Kai took to Twitter to announce that his relationship was officially over, and that led to the internet having all of these think pieces. There was even rumors going around that his girlfriend cheated on him with NBA Youngboy, which I don't believe at all. But the story of the entire month has definitely been about the
really hitting that, right?
Clan and all of the drama that came with it. It's
Why
definitely
moving?
been a crazy year for streaming, and to be honest, there couldn't have
I don't
been
think
any
I could
more
do
of
that
a fitting
standing
ending
still.
to a drama-filled year. Now, as we head into 2026,
I won't look like that
we gotta
anyway.
brace ourselves for the aftermath of this whole month of December, because I'm sure the effects from this month alone is going to carry out throughout the whole next year. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how 2026 plays out. But that's just my personal opinion. As you guys know, the only opinion that I really care about is you guys' opinion. So with that being said, be sure to comment down below and let me know, what was your favorite moment of the year? What do you think about all of the drama?
What are those, foam pot? No, those ain't foams. Oh yeah, you're up. You're built different. Those are foams. You got 10s, foams. What are these 7s? These look like Raptor 7s. 1s. I like the foam. I like foam pods every once in a while. Not all of them. All right, chat. Those are 12s, right? No, those are like, yeah.
Place this year, and what do you think streaming will look like in 2026? Be sure to let me know down below, and while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join me on my journey to 25,000 subscribers. You guys have shown me so much love and support throughout this entire year, and I just wanted to say thank you guys for that. We've accomplished a lot, and in 2026 we're only going to accomplish more. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this video, be sure to give me a thumbs down. You guys know any feedback is good feedback to me, and as always, I appreciate all of the love and support, and I'll catch you boys and girls in the next banger, man.
Bye, have a beautiful time.
You could be
You have
vaping
a
formaldehyde,
beautiful time. You have a beautiful time, my friend. Get out.